do need to do water changes the first few weeks and monitor the ammonia. That's what I've done. But I found that, like this bowl at 10 days was full, it had 0.5 ppm ammonia, and so I did water changes about once a week, 90%,
Okay, that's
and
good.
now I'm not doing any water changes.
You just top off?
Yeah.
And when you do that, do you put any kind of water conditioner in the water that you add?
Once na kasi
No.
na-establish
Okay.
yung ecosystem
If
Because
dyan,
it's probably such a small amount.
I think no need
Yeah, if it's a small
to
amount. Now, if I did
water
a big water
change.
change,
So ito,
I would need to
mag-a-add
add a
lang siya
water
ng tubig.
conditioner
Okay.
because I have excess zinc in my well water, and it would kill the shrimp if I did a big water change. So,
Okay.
but I usually use aquarium water. I just take it from one of my tanks.
Okay.
But if I had to use tap water, I would always use an aquarium water conditioner.
Okay, that's good.
Ayan, so guys, so rule of thumb, pag naglilinis tayo ng aquarium, so pag gagawa kayo ng mga 100%, definitely be advisable, guys. Probably if you're going to 90% sa water change, so dapat meron pa rin siyang natirang cold na water, and then you can put something additional in water. But see to it, water condition pa rin na kailangan. Kasi 90% nga ang nilagay mo dyan. So, probably may mga casualties mangyayari dyan pag ganyan ginagawa. 90%, so maninibago ang isda dyan or ibang mga microorganism dyan. So, yun. Definitely, so advice ko pa rin, parang mas maganda pa rin na 50%, 60% ang water change. So, kung mag-90 to, so yun yung may gagawin din conditioner, guys.
Good to know. Okay, so as far as the water changing routine goes for these bowls, what would you do as far as a larger aquarium? Would you do it the same way?
No, it would be different because for a larger aquarium with deep water, you need to have some kind of water movement to make sure that there's enough oxygen in the system. So a big tank is different, and you're also going to have bigger plants. You can use more soil, and a bigger tank is just different than a bowl because it's different. And then also I have tanks now that I'm running, they're 10 and 20 gallons that I don't have any substrates in. The plants are all in pots.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, or they're on lava rocks, the Java fern and Bulbitis. They're on the rocks, and so I have no substrate. And the reason that I have those tanks is that I can catch the guppies.
Oh, it's easier. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I
so
can.
quick.
I pull the rocks and the clay
Right.
pots out and catch the guppies.
Now, would you filter those because they're larger or no?
No, I don't filter them at all. They don't get any. They're shallow tanks. They're only 12 inches high,
Okay.
10 and 20 gallons.
Okay.
If they were the 55 gallons that are 18 inches high, I would want to have a filter in there.
So the bowls are your favorite out of all of them.
At this point in
Yeah.
my life, I don't want to be carrying around 55-gallon tanks anymore.
Right, and having to deal with larger aquariums to have to
Yeah.
get down into and mess with.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well, and one thing that I like about the bowls is that for people getting started, if you're a beginner, rather than starting out with a 55-gallon, which can go wrong, sorry to say,
Yeah, so
and you
ito
have
din
fish
siguro
diseases,
niya, so
you
hindi
have
na
all
siya,
kinds of problems
yun yung
when you get
kailangan
into the larger
mag
tanks.
bigger tank.
But a shrimp bowl is just,
Kaya
it's so
nag-bowl
easy.
na lang siya.
And the plants, you haven't invested a
Pero yun yun guys, so iba pa rin yung maintenance ng maliit na bowl na yan, maliit na aquarium sa bigger tank.
a lot.
It's inexpensive compared to a larger
Oh
aquarium.
yeah, this is nothing. A $10
starter.
bowl and some potting soil and some sand, and main thing is getting good plants.
Yeah. So this is the beginner version of the Walstad method.
Yes.
This is what people should be doing first if they want to do the Walstad method.
I would agree with that. Step
All right.
one.
Awesome. Well, we've done a lot of talking. Let's start putting these bowls together.
Okay, that sounds good.
So what do you want to do first? You start, I'll follow you.
Okay. All right. So we've soaked the I've soaked the potting soil overnight.
And I did too because you told me. So I did it before you got here. I did it last
Yeah.
night. I was a good student.
Excellent, student. 2 cups of potting soil and about 3/4 cup of water is what I used.
I soaked this overnight like you told me to, but I think we should probably touch base on why you had me do that. Why not just have it put in there the way it was right out of the bag? Why did I have to soak it?
Because otherwise the soil will float when you're planting, and then it's all popping up. And soil, especially potting soil, contains little wood pieces and debris that have air pockets in them. Mm-hmm. And you want to fill those air pockets with water. Those air pockets are what makes the soil float. A lot of people have trouble with the potting soil floating when they're planting, and they get it right out of they take it right out of the bag and then start planting in it, and it doesn't work very well.
Yeah, I did that. And it didn't work very well.
Yeah. Okay.
What did I do wrong?
And then another thing is that when I was preparing the potting soil before putting it in here, I took out the larger wood pieces, but I left some in. You don't have to take them all out. I've seen people that have tried to sift the potting soil so that they get this homogeneous little tiny particles of soil, and that's not necessary. The decomposition by bacteria will go faster if all the little food particles that they eat are tiny and ready to eat. But if you have some wood pieces that are a little bit larger, then it'll take a little bit longer.
Okay.
So the decomposition is slowed if you have a mixture of large particles and small particles. So my point is that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get out every little big piece.
Okay. So I didn't get any out.
But that's fine. It doesn't. I don't see any. You see, I've got here's. See, I found a little piece there.
Okay.
But
I got
let's throw it back in.
I have a piece too.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to have this. Some people have been putting it through filtering screens and being really careful and so that it's all the same particle size. You don't have to do that.
Okay. That's good.
You don't do it with your house plants. You don't have to do it with these plants.
Oh, that's a really good analogy.
Okay. Well, very good. And then here, the sand, I rinsed this twice before. You don't have to rinse it until it's perfectly clean.
Right.
Because those little the clay particles that cause that turbidity, they're nutritious for the plants, and they will settle out the next day.
Okay.
So a lot of people talk about the cation exchange capacity in the soil. Mm-hmm. Sand doesn't have any, but clay has all of the CEC, and also the potting soil does too. So the clay is good.
So the important part is don't rinse it till it's clear. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. You want that stuff.
Those little clay particles are really nice. The plants love them.
Awesome. And this is what it's about. It's about the plants.
Exactly. It's what they want.
All right.
Here guys, no, maglalagay sila ng soil at the top of yung base na soil nila, which is yung potting soil. At what I observe here is nilinis niya before. Kasi, oo nga naman, no, pag nilagay mo na yung white soil nyo na hindi pa na babad or nalinisan. So, may mga particles na lumulutang. So, anyway, it's a good can din. Good technique din.
Okay, here I've got some Bacopa muni. Well, let's put in the rooted plants. They're kind of the hardest. This is Sagittaria subulata, which I really like.
Sagittaria pala.
So pretty.
Yeah, it's a great little grower.
Sagittaria sabulata. Yan, Sagittaria sabulata. Meron ako ganyan, guys, sa Zamboanga. Madali lang siya kasi low-tech na plant siya. I know na yung mga setup dito ni Diana na plants is all low-tech plants.
So I just stick it in. Okay.
I'm going to use my Helanthrium.
Well, you do that.
I'm using these. I'm not trying to
You
be
do.
fancy. It's just I've gotten so used to doing.
That's okay. I wanted people to see me digging in there with my fingers.
Yes, because you don't have to have fancy tools to do this.
Exactly. This is a low-tech business here. So that's the
guys, so low-tech lang yun.
Sagittaria subulata. Let's see, I put some more in.
As far as like the roots go, do you ever cut them?
Yeah, yes, that's, but that's enough. That's okay. What that root growth looks fine.
Because I've had to do that in the past. And
Yeah, when they get to be that long, then yeah, I would cut them. Okay, so I'm putting in a little bit of water in there. Make it, mine wasn't soupy enough like yours. I think it's easier to plant when it's a little soupy.
Yeah, I had to actually take some of the water. I had a spoon and I was pressing down so that it would.
One thing, you have to love dirt in order to do this.
Yeah, I do.
You know,
love dirt.
That's why I don't get my nails done. Because my hands are always in the dirt. Doing something.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so here we go, my little spoon, and I'm going to start putting in the sand.
Yan, play sand. Ginamit ko, guys.
This is not an easy thing to do. And the sand is much heavier than the potting soil, so it holds it down. So it won't float. So there's just no way to do this in a graceful manner. It's just impossible. And this plant, the pearl grass, it grows so well that it doesn't really, I felt I don't really have to plant it that much. I'll just wait till the end on that one.
And how much sand did you say you put in?
I'm putting in one cup.
1 cup.
Yeah.
And you used how much soil again?
2 cups.
2 cups. Okay.
Yeah. So the total volume of soil and sand is 3 cups in my bowls.
This is so much fun.
Okay.
Does not take much to amuse her, Diana. She is very easy to please.
I just love creating little ecosystems, though. It's so much fun to see what you can create.
Oh, yours looks really nice.
Well, we'll see what it looks like with
man.
water, though.
Okay. See, it's starting to, you have to kind of plant, and then here I see some soil popping up, so put some sand in there where it's popping up.
Oh, yeah.
And that way you don't have a mess here. I want to use as much space for the plants. If you want plants to purify the water and produce oxygen, it doesn't help to have half of the bowl filled up with driftwood, which will produce a lot of dissolved organic carbon that will cause bacteria growth, and that bacteria will not only make the water cloudy, but it will consume oxygen.
Oh. See, that's good to know. I don't think a lot of people know that.
Yeah, I
At
would.
least the new people, new fish keepers, people that don't know a lot about plants would probably not know that.
I would say when you're first starting out, try to keep it simple.
Yeah,
Use a lot of
simple.
plants. Don't go with. Don't use driftwood. It's just it can cause a it can be cause a lot of big problems. But if you have a later on when you have a big tank, there's more room for the driftwood, and then you've got a filter going that will aerate the water,
Mm-hmm.
so the driftwood is less of a problem than in a little bowl like this.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime there's a little bit of soil or roots not quite right, you can just add a little bit more sand with this spoon.
That is so neat. It's really working too.
Okay.
Because I'll see where it pops out at when I just
Yeah.
add sand around it.
Yeah. It was funny, but when I was working in the lab, one of the PhDs, he said, I can't work with the soil. It just makes the biggest mess. And I found out that when he was adding the water, that he was just dumping it in.
Typical man.
And I said, no, you have to do it gently. Want me to put my hand in there? Or,
Oh,
oh, that'd be easier for you?
oh, thank you.
The bowl's looking good.
Thank you. I'm trying. I was checking to see if I missed some pockets or something. I think just the soil has been getting on the plants and sticking.
What you can do the next day is to tap the plant leaves, and the kind of dust, that'll dust them off a little bit from the clay particles that settle on them.
Oh, yes.
But this looks real nice.
Thank you. Well, we're done, and this was so much fun. I had a blast doing this. I know mine took a lot longer because it's a bigger bowl.
It's a bigger bowl.
And thank you for your help because it was, I couldn't have done it without you. I could have done it, but the wrong way again. But I just want to say thank you for coming. And is there anything else that you want to add to this?
All right. Well, today I've enjoyed very much our demonstration, and I thank you for having me and hosting me because I never would have done it otherwise. And the bowls are a demonstration of something that looks easy, but you're dealing with many complex subjects like submerged soil chemistry, which is totally different from terrestrial soil or a house plant, growing a house plant. Once a soil is submerged, it changes everything. And the other thing I think is a lot of people don't understand how much plants like ammonia, so that means it reduces the filtration. But there are so many aspects that I just can't go into them, and they are in my book, which I'm very proud of.
So, okay guys, so ito yung ecology of planted aquariums. So, you can also check that video again sa KGT Tropical. So, shout out with them. So, I know na yung book ni Diana is it helped a lot of many mga fish keepers out there na want to start put plants on their tank. So itong method ito is nice to be. So I think this is it, guys. So this is my first streaming for you guys to how to interact with you guys. Because my channel is not only for aquascaping. So of course I want also to share with you guys what we learn here about the basic. So, kailangan talaga yung fundamental sa aquarium when you started aquascaping. So, yun guys. So, yeah. So, I hope that you really like this video. So, you can share with these guys. So, I hope that you can also subscribe also to my channel to the YouTube probably. So probably I can also share that in descriptions. Okay guys, so ojalá. So hasta na outro video kami. Okay?